The Black Business Roundtable, Doug Blacksher, and businesses closing. That's going to be our topic today. Welcome, new and returning listeners to today's episode of the Black Business Roundtable. I am your host, Doug Blacksher, broadcasting to you live from the city of Diversity, Oakland, California. Listeners, please give love and a big we miss you. We miss you. Shout out to my sister, my friend, and my colleague, Dr. Ashley Coleman, Doctor of Psychology, tenured and immediate past president, past department chair, assistant professor of psychology at University of the West, has taken on some new responsibilities, but hopefully soon will be able to peak in giving us her mental health pearls of wisdom. Audience, I just want to say briefly before we get into it, because it's going to be a short show today. I've been having some health issues, which has been causing me some mental issues and depression and anxiety. And I have been seeking help, but I just want to share that with you to let you know I'm working to get myself mentally and physically back in the saddle so that I can inform and enlighten our many listeners on blackusa.news. And I want to put a shout out to, we call her my producer X. And I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. She has been the rock that I've stood on to keep this show going, pushing me to fight through my depression and anxiety, and also some health issues, which I'm hoping to get past soon. But producer X, I love you. And I want to thank you for being there for me like a sister. As you all know, and I think I mentioned it before, my sister passed away last year. So I got another sister, and she's been awesome. One day I hope to introduce you to her. But moving forward, tune in today as I will be touching on the following: the price businesses in and their employees pay to operate in the city of Oakland, California. Businesses are concerned about safety for their employees as they try to get to or leave in our city. And I was just watching the news just this morning. We've had big Black Bear Diner, which I ate at quite a bit, closed on Hagenberger right down the street from the Oakland Airport. We have had Starbucks closed. We have had, it was a Black-owned Philly cheese sandwich shop closed. We have Subway sandwich shop closed. In and Out, just in the last week, they're closing. We have Denny's that's been here 54 years closing. My concern here, audience, that goes coast to coast, border to border. What the hell is going on here in Oakland? We have no police chief. We have businesses closing. We have Clorox, $1 billion company. We have Kaiser, $1 billion company, talking about and telling their employees, when you come to work, don't leave the building because you're subject to be robbed. To be robbed. Do you know the impact that is taking on the small businesses that rely on those dollars to keep the door open? What the hell is going on here in Oakland? I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. I've been in Oakland for 61 years, and I have never seen it look like this. I put a call out to Mayor Shane, who I supported. I endorsed many calls. I have not heard back from her office. I have not back from her. I've had her deputy mayor call me, but let's be clear here. Oakland, we're in DEFCON 1. If people aren't patronizing businesses, if businesses are leaving, and In-N-Out said they're not leaving because they're not making money. They're leaving because of the safety issue. I'm concerned. I'm truly concerned. As a Oaklander for 61 years, born and raised and went to school here in Oakland, I am truly concerned, and I'm hoping that the current administration will possibly reach out to me or reach out to somebody, because Oakland is declining. The crime rate here, and my truck was broken into Oakland about 3 years ago as I was visiting Jack London Square. People don't want to come here and patronize the businesses here in Oakland. When that happens, then you have a situation similar to what you had in Detroit, Michigan, when General Motors went belly up, and we're on the cuspus of having that same situation here in Oakland, California. Once again, I'm begging the current administration to give me a call, because there is a serious problem here in Oakland. Oakland has just recently put a petition together to recall the mayor. And under the current situation, with businesses leaving, with large corporations not letting or asking their people not to go out and patronize local businesses down in downtown Oakland, we have a problem. We have a problem here in Oakland. Oh my goodness. And it hurts me, because Oakland is a great city. One of the best cities in the United States. But when your employees are getting robbed, their cars getting broken into, it's a problem. When you have customers who patronize the business here locally, but they have to Uber in because they don't want their vehicles to be broken into, because it's going to happen. It happened to me. We have a problem. We have a problem. The price businesses and their employees pay to operate in the city of Oakland, California. Businesses are concerned about safety for their employees as they try to get or leave work in our city. How can they resolve this? They are asking employees to stay on campus or inside, and having security escort them to public transportation or to their cars in Oakland, California after they get off work. Businesses are going to have to start doing that too, because patrons who are spending money in the city are getting robbed on the way to their cars in Oakland, California. So I humbly ask for the administration, and I want to backtrack before I say that. I serve on the Community Policing Advisory Board as a member. We have a meeting this month. And one of the things that I'm going to focus on, and you can also Google that and attend the meeting, and you will hear me voice my concerns that hundreds of thousands of people here in Oakland, California fear for their lives. Fears for their lives. Audience, I have been on disability for the last almost 5 months, have been on my back. I have not been able to get out like I used to, but I get hundreds of calls from people, and not just here in Oakland, but all across the country who used to live here in Oakland or know me from this show. And their primary question is, what the hell is going on out there? Sounds like Tombstone back in the 1800s. It's sad. So I'll be voicing my opinion on the Oakland Community Advisory Board meeting next week. And if you get a chance, you can Google that. We meet once a month. And I'm going to try to take, I'm on Gattapenton, and I'm on 1-800. So I'm going to try to attend that meeting because I have not been able to attend many meetings over the last 5, 6, 7 months due to health issue. So, but I feel that is my obligation to fight through it. Since we only meet once a month, I'm going to do my best to be at the next meeting, and that would include the Alameda County Democratic Central Committee meeting, the Oakland East Bay Democratic Club. Those two, Alameda County Democratic Central Committee meets via Zoom, or we can meet in person. So I have been attending those meetings, and the Oakland East Bay Democratic Club, I haven't been attending those meetings, but I'm going to get back in the saddle because we need to get together. I need to really push for something to happen that is going to make businesses and make residents of Oakland safe. Because right now, it is not that. It is really not that. And um, uh, my mother, who lives in Oakland, 83 years old, she is constantly talking to me about how the current administration, her and let me back up a little bit. When the current mayor ran for mayor in Oakland, California, my mother opened up her house and had a meet and greet with the current mayor. And since she's been elected, my mother and people who were at that meeting have tried to set up a meeting to talk about ways to address the many issues that plague this city. And have to this second, it's been excuse after excuse to why the mayor of Oakland will not meet with the people who supported her to become mayor of this city. And it's disheartening for me because she didn't have to do that. She did not have to do that. But there it is, folks. I got that off my chest. I feel better, and I'm going to move forward. The other business option is to close up shop, such as several high volume businesses that actually are profitable, but see no possibility due to safety concern in Oakland. As always, a reminder from Dr. Ashley, health and mental health, call 988 is the suicide and crisis lifeline, and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Women in our audience looking for a therapist, www.therapyforblackgirls.com. And men in our audience needing mental health help. Mental health help. call Google, or you can go online at www.therapyforblackmen.org. A deepest thank you to Mr. Donnie Glover of blackusa.news. Donnie, I want to thank you for the honor. It is an honor for the Black Business Roundtable to be a part of your growing network dedicated to bringing the real unfiltered news before the news. Hashtag blackusa.news, hashtag Donnie Glover. Watch the other shows that Donnie has on blackusa.news. He's an Emmy nominated person, and we're going to make sure he gets that Emmy because Mr. Donnie Glover, gave me the opportunity to represent the West Coast, Oakland, California, as right now we need help and representation in Oakland, California. Continue sharing this hashtag, and please don't forget about this young brother in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hashtag Stand with Carlton of Raleigh, North Carolina. And let me say it again. Hashtag Stand with Carlton of Raleigh, NC 2022. This brother was defending his patrons and his business. And he owned this tattoo shop in North Carolina, Raleigh. And a person was going to his car to get a weapon to come back and kill patrons and kill him. And he defended himself. And now he's been put in jail for a long, long time. We need to, and he's Black, African American, we need to start looking at if he were a white man defending his business and his patrons, would this have happened? And that's why I will continue to support Pamela Price, because justice needs to be fairly distributed to all people, Black, white, brown, yellow, or other. So in my mind, I wonder if this brother were a white man, would he have faced the same consequences as Carlton is in North Carolina? A reminder, as we are staying on top of the story of Enzo, at Justice for Enzo, hashtag Justice for Enzo. The husky tased and lynched in the streets of Lodi, California by the police and animal control in front of the owners of the animal, of the pet, of the child. These are the types of stories that the Black Business Roundtable will continue to report on. We are back, Black, and ready to act. We are in the saddle because it was shameful. Shame, shame, shame how they tased that dog, and the dog was not a threat. If you want to be in the know and reach our audience, then join our BBRT advertising family, or to be a possible guest on the show. You can reach us via our email at bbrt2021@hotmail.com. Include your company name, address, website, company phone number, and social media page info to our email, bbrt@hotmail.com, for vetting consideration. And before I close us out today, I want to remind my audience, which is nationwide, which would include Oakland, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Georgia, and even Idaho and Utah, all across the nation, coast to coast and border to border. Black people in this country have been overlooked for our contribution to making the United States of America the greatest country in the world. And I want to say this before closing. Racism in this country has gotten out of control. Racism in businesses in this country have gotten out of control. Black people working for big corporations need to be treated fairly like other people. We contribute, we are assets and not liability. As I say always, I will see you next week. We're going to be doing short shows. This week was supposed to be Elisa Victory with Victory's Corner, but she had a meeting today that she couldn't miss. Elisa informs us on how important it is to vote, how to vote, and who to vote for, and how to understand the legislation that is putting on ballots bills and other things that will affect our communities, our businesses, and the resources that come into our community to make our communities look like white community. And that's clean, working parks, working apparatus in the parks so that our kids can have safe places to play. On that note, I'd like to say thank you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the blackusa.news network on YouTube, Facebook. Thank you, audience, for tuning in. And remember, together, that's the only way we're going to win. And I want you to see the shirt that I wore to my last meeting. It says, Black, building, power building. Black, power building. And that's what we have to do. We have to build Black power in this country so we can be respected. And the only way to do that is to get you a vote, get out there and vote in blocks of people and understand what you're voting for and who you are voting for. Because we have a bunch of clowns that are representing us right now, and we need to get them out of office. So on that note, once again, thank you, audience, for tuning in. And remember, together, we can listen, we can learn, and we can share. Because I know you care. This is Doug Blacksher and Dr. Ashley Coleman returning soon of the Black Business Roundtable. God bless you and good night. Thank you.